How do you deal with that? How do you manage the downtime?
Well, that's what I mentioned off air. We were talking. My brothers and I created a company. It's Tate Entertainment, and what we do is, we produce, write. I'm directing now.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's about trying to create your own way. And I'm not fully, committed just to do one thing. I want to do all kinds of things. I'm committed to do, in front of the camera, behind the camera, and you have to do that. Sometimes, when you feel like you got an idea or a story, and in that time that I probably was away from a lot of films and stuff, I decided to go to television as well because had something else to offer. I did a TV show that probably my core audience
was it The Rescue Me?
The Rescue Me. They probably wasn't checking for it until they jumped on. I was on that for 5 seasons, and it allowed me to do something totally different. It allowed me to expand and do things that I probably wouldn't have done otherwise. A different audience that I've been able to get now, and so I can get the old dog audience, I get the Love Jones audience, and I got the crossover Jones, and it was really important, especially for the movement that I'm doing behind the scenes, and being a visionary that I feel that I am. It was just a natural progression. Well,
I want to talk about some of your cult classics. When we come back, it's Larenz Tate having breakfast with us on Ear Candy Mornings.
Come on.
That's my favorite, hands down. I'm sorry, Dead Presidents.
That's official ass whooping right there. You don't want that.
Larenz Tate is here. How fun was it beating Terrence Howard's ass in Dead Presidents?
I hated every minute of it.
No, you didn't.
Terrence is a good friend. He's a good brother. No, we had a great time on that shoot. That film has become, like you said, a iconic film and a cult classic.
And I think I cry every time, especially at the end when you throw the chair at the judge. I feel that,
man. It's just like, that movie was serious. It was heavy. Those brothers coming back after the Vietnam War, having to deal with the fact that they put their lives on the line and can't come back home to a decent job, or just the people embracing them in society.
How timeless is it though? We're dealing with that right now.
I mean, there's so many veterans who are coming home, both black and white or in between, that don't really get that their just due after putting their lives on the line.
Was that your most complex role to date?
I mean, I've had
Frankie Lyman. I
would say Frankie Lyman was probably my most complex because it's a biopic. You had to play somebody, and he was just so specific, and I think that was probably my most challenging and demanding character thus far.
Everyone likes to talk about Menace to Society.
Oh, dog.
But I think what you did in Ray was amazing.
Thank you.
And it wasn't a big role. It wasn't really like,
I don't look at big roles or small roles. I look at
only small people, right?
Yeah. I look at roles that that can be dynamic, things that I can do and that can have an impact. And for me, it was about the subtlety of Ray. About Quincy in Ray.
Right.
And working with Jamie Foxx, who's a friend of mine, and being able to spend time with Quincy Jones, talking to him about everything under the sun was just a treat. And for me to be able to be a part of a critically acclaimed film like Ray. I mean, I don't get all those opportunities. So when you don't see Larenz Tate out there doing, is because I guess I've built a body of work that is people expect.
Exactly.
The high end, the good quality.
You raised the bar.
So it's kind of hard because when you do something that's not that, then people are like, oh, he falling off. You know what I mean? But for me, again, it's not about big roles, small roles. It's just about the right role.
Ear Candy with Renetta Romaine on Hip Hop Nation.